Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about some of the goals and the healthy habits that I want to either start or continue and get better at in 2019. It is the end of the year, so there's always a lot of talk about New Year's Eve resolutions and New Year, New Me, but I think that if there's anything that you want to do or improve on or get better at, you can start right now. So I don't think that you need to wait until the first of the year, the first of the month, for Monday to get started on something. I think that if you do have a goal or an aspiration or something that you just want to get better at, even if it's just, a small step, start today, start right now. And these things I'm going to share with you guys, I have mentioned here and there in other videos, but I wanted to sit down and just compile everything, even just for myself, to like organize my thoughts and organize what I want to do and what I want to focus on. And hopefully it will help you guys as well. So we can do this together, motivate each other, and just have an awesome, amazing year. So let's start with the first goal or the first healthy habit that I would highly, highly recommend. This is something that I have gotten pretty good with the last few years, but sometimes I also kind of fall off the wagon and I need to get myself back on, and that is to have greens with every meal. Greens are one of the most powerful things for your body. They not only are super rich in antioxidants and vitamins and nutrients for your skin, for your body, but they're also very alkalizing and they're amazing for protecting you against different diseases. They also keep your blood sugar levels in check, so it reduces your cravings for sugars and for processed foods. And I think when you're consistently eating a good amount of greens, it actually, this is my opinion, but I think it makes your body smarter. It makes your body crave more of the good stuff. And if you think about it, your body is constantly replenishing itself. So old cells are dying, new cells are coming up. So your body is always changing, and what you put in your body is so important for building those new cells. If you're putting in that really good food, that's what it's going to build itself out of. That's not to say that you have to have a salad with every meal, but if you just make it kind of like a rule of thumb that whenever you're going to eat something, you're also going to have some type of vegetable or salad on the side, and at least try to make it like 50% of your meal. So if I'm going to have pasta, or even if I have sweet potatoes or root vegetables or whatever I'm having, I always try to include some salad or some green on the side. For breakfast, for example, if you like to have toast, or if you want to have oatmeal or cereal or granola or whatever, try to make yourself a green smoothie or a green juice on the side. You can make it really simple, just some spinach, banana, maybe some lemon ginger, some barley grass powder, and it's super quick and easy. You guys have probably seen me do that so many times in my vlogs and in some of my what I ate todays. But that's a really great way to just have that kind of power shot of greens in your diet. And if you want to indulge in a nice pasta or even like a pizza or something, just order a salad on the side. Make it a habit to always have greens with your meal. It's also so beneficial for your digestive system because you're getting so much good fiber, which is going to clean and carry through all of the food. So you're not going to be bloated. You're not going to have like a heavy feeling in your body. And what's funny is after all of these years of training my body to have greens, I actually crave them. Like I eat a salad and I love it. I love the crunchiness, and I've really started to enjoy the taste of greens and salads, but it wasn't like that in the beginning. If you guys watched my weight loss story, you would have seen that I did not come from a very healthy background of just always enjoying healthy food. So it is something that you can definitely train your body towards. And if you just, as I said, make it like a rule of thumb, whenever I'm going to eat something, I'm also going to have something green. That could even be cucumbers or celery or even tomatoes or something just fresh. That's going to have such a huge positive effect on your body. My next goal or healthy habit that I definitely want to continue with is movement every single day. I did a video back in June, and this is where I made a commitment. If you guys haven't seen that video, I will have a link for it down below. But in June, I committed myself to exercising every single day. It made me feel so good. I was so energized and motivated. When you're exercising and moving your body, you're producing serotonin, dopamine, endorphins. That's like the most wonderful cocktail of chemicals for your body that make you feel really, really good. If you're ever feeling down or suffer with depression or anxiety, exercise can be so beneficial. Now, I was doing this every single day in the summer and also through like kind of fall time, but to be completely honest, now that it's cold, I have to really push myself. It's not the most motivating thing to wake up when it's dark and a bit cold and you want to just stay at home and cuddle up. But I did start to see an impact in how good I was feeling throughout the day when I wasn't doing my workouts. So I'm recommitting myself now to working out every single day, and that doesn't mean to do like a super strenuous, HIIT class or body pump class or spinning class every single day. That's not the point, but to prioritize myself and to say I'm going to do some type of movement. I did start wearing a pedometer about 2.5 months ago. I had mentioned that in a November favorites video. That does help me to keep myself accountable for how much movement I've done, but I want to get myself back into regular exercise and do, I want to say, 3 to 4 workout classes per week, or more intense workouts per week. And then the rest of the days I'll walk, I'll do a gentle yoga class, and just again have that as a habit, have it as like a rule of thumb. Again, every single day do some type of movement. And truly one of my biggest motivations is not necessarily like how my body's gonna look, although that is a really good side effect, that your body is gonna be nice and toned and fit and healthy and you're gonna feel really confident. But my main motivation is getting that post-workout high, that dopamine, that serotonin, those endorphins rushing through my body. That is what gets me going. That's truly the main thing that pushes me and motivates me. And when you do feel good from exercising, it just gives you that natural high, that natural positivity and happiness and energy to actually go and do all the things that you want to do in your life and accomplish other goals, like maybe school related, work related, even how you keep your home and cleaning out and organizing and taking care of yourself. And I would say especially now, even though it is colder, it is darker, maybe you don't have as much motivation or inspiration to go and work out, I think it's even more important to do it during this season, because it can make us feel quite depressed and low when we don't see so much sun and when it is so cold and kind of miserable outside. I think that we need to take that extra push and we need to have that extra responsibility of taking care of ourselves and taking care of our body. And those feel-good endorphins are even more, for me anyway, they're even more needed during this season than any other season. That's something that I've definitely realized. Even if I have been a bit lazy the last few weeks, I definitely want to get back on track with that so that I can keep feeling good and keep my positive energy alive and sparkling, because I don't want to lose that. It's so important to have a good attitude and just to feel good and have enough energy to do all the things that I want to do. So exercising is definitely high up on the priority list, and it's something that I will definitely try to continue to do every single day throughout the next year. The next tip, this is something that completely changed my life about 6 months ago when I did that video in June, and that is to wake up at 5 a.m. Now, again, this is something that I have been kind of not been so on top of the last few weeks. I started slipping on this when we got back from the Maldives. I really tried to get back into my early morning routine. But again, because it was just so cold and so dark in the mornings, it's completely different from waking up at 5 in the summertime, because at 5 o'clock in the morning in the summertime, you do see a little bit of light outside and a little bit of a twinkling of the sun, which is so beautiful. I can't wait till we get back there. But honestly, it has been quite tough now in the winter time. But again, it's something that I definitely see an impact in my life if I don't do that. I love having that time in the morning to just completely dedicate it to myself, to my self-development, to my well-being, to my mental health. If you guys haven't seen any of my other videos on my early morning routine, I wake up at around 5 in the morning and I will meditate, I will journal, I'll sometimes do a little morning dance, which I showed in one of my vlogs, and I'll just start my day on a really intentionally positive note. And that made such a difference in my life when I started doing it. So this is something, again, that I want to get back into the habit of. I was actually talking to a friend about this the other day, and we were sharing our struggles on how difficult it is to wake up now when it's more colder and darker in the mornings. And she told me about this alarm clock that she uses called Alarmy, and to turn off the alarm clock, you either have to do a math problem, you have to take a picture, or shake the phone. Like there's different challenges that you have to do in order to get the alarm to go off. So you can't just hit snooze and go back to sleep. Like it actually makes your brain wake up. So that's a great alarm clock. I would definitely recommend it. You can just download it on your phone. The reason or the motivation behind me even wanting to wake up so early in the first place was that I wanted to have enough time in the morning to properly plan out my day, and also to have enough time to do a workout first thing in the morning if that's what I wanted to do, if I wasn't going to do it in the evening. But I prefer working out in the mornings much more. I also like to have enough time to meditate, to journal, and just in general, so that I have enough time to plan out my day, planning out content for the week. If I have meetings or appointments, we're also building a brand on the side, which also takes up a lot of my time. So getting things organized for that as well. Plus, now that it's winter, I don't know about you guys, but I love sunshine and light. I need that every single day. And because it gets dark so early now, the sun here sets at around 4:30, sometimes even 4. It's so depressing. So I want to wake up earlier so that I have enough time to actually enjoy the day. And again, just to have that control of my day and really own my day and not let the day just consume me and like engulf me in all the things that I need to get done. I like to start my day with clear intentions, with a clear focus, so that I stay on track and productive and happy, and I can accomplish all the things that I want so that I don't feel too overwhelmed. The fourth healthy habit or goal that I want to improve on is meditation. This is again something that I started doing in June, so it's been about 6 months. I did used to do some guided meditations on YouTube before I would fall asleep at night, but having it be part of my morning routine is so amazing. This is something that again I was doing very consistently, but because it wasn't always so easy for me to wake up so early in the morning, I sometimes missed it, and I really noticed the difference in my clarity of mind, in how calm and peaceful I feel throughout the day, and in how focused I am. I do notice a difference when I am meditating in the morning and when I don't. I really want to make this part of my daily routine, and there are some amazing apps for meditation. I've talked about Headspace before. There's also a new one that I've downloaded called Simple Habits. There's also one called Calm, and they're all quite different in their styles of presenting the meditations, but they're all amazing. I would just say, like, have a look around, do some research and see if there's one that you love most. But definitely having an app and having it be on your phone, that's also a good reminder for you to, you know, do it every day. And it's something that I need to be reminded of as well. Something that I really like about meditations is that there'll usually be a mantra or an affirmation or some type of thought or idea that you will leave the meditation with, and it'll kind of linger with you throughout the day, like a sweet perfume that you'll kind of just get whiffs of throughout the day. For example, in the meditation that I listened to this morning, the mantra was, "May I be balanced and at peace." And that's kind of stuck with me throughout the day, and it's so good. It's like a sweet treat for your soul in the morning, and it can just really set you up to have a great day, to have a clear conscience, and to have a good grounding and positive intention for the day. No one's life is perfect, and there can be things happening every single day for even the most amazing person that you could imagine on this planet. Even they have bad things happen to them. So what I've learned, especially through meditation, is that we can't always control what happens on the outside, so what people do to us or situations or things that happen, but we can control how we react to those situations. So we can face those challenges with grace, with positivity, with dignity, with love, and not with fear, and not just like reacting to everything. So that's something that meditation has done for me. It's also allowed me to realize that we have so many thoughts throughout the day, like thousands and thousands, but the thoughts are not always personal. It's not always something that we have to believe or subscribe to, or, you know, feel like they have to influence us. Meditation allows me also to have a little bit of space and a little bit of like a buffer between me, who I am back here, and the constant streaming of thoughts that are running through my mind. So if you have that buffer, you can also say, hey, maybe I'm being too harsh on myself, or I'm having like a not so nice thought about myself. I can step back from that and say that I don't have to believe that thought, or I'll change that thought. But you do need a certain amount of distance or awareness of that to make that switch of thought, if that makes sense. I was listening to an interview with Tony Robbins and Micheal Singer, who wrote The Unfettered Soul, and Tony was saying that human beings are like radio receivers. We have the ability to change our thoughts like we change the channel on the TV. If you're having a negative thought and you don't like how it's making your body feel, you're feeling like stressed and anxious, and maybe you tighten up, you can change your thought to being open and loving and accepting and receiving, and that will literally change your thoughts and your mood right away, like changing a TV channel. I can actually link that podcast that I listened to with him interviewing Micheal Singer. I will have that linked below if you guys want to check that out. But yes, meditation and just taking a few minutes every single day to dedicate it to your own mental well-being and to strengthening the positive aspect of your mind can be so beneficial for all areas of your life, not just personal development, but also within your work, within your school and how you're performing at school, to your friendships and your relationships, and also, you know, how you take care of yourself. So would highly recommend. And the fifth healthy habit and goal that I definitely want to improve on is to read more books. This is again something that I started doing a lot in June, so about 6 months ago. Mo and I used to watch a lot of TV shows at night. That was kind of like our way to relax in the evenings. We watch different series on Netflix together, which we still do from time to time. If you compare it to, you know, this time last year, it's like I watch probably 5% of Netflix than what we used to watch before. In the evenings now, I much prefer to read, and reading for me is actually very therapeutic and very de-stressing. I can actually fall asleep just reading a book. Like, it actually makes me tired. Not because the book is not interesting or anything, but just like, I don't know, the actual act of reading is very soothing to me. It's very therapeutic, and it's a great way to unwind yourself before you go to bed. And also, you guys probably know I love to read books that are in self-development and motivation and how to just win at life, pretty much. And when I read a book like that before I go to bed, it does soothe me, it does calm me down, but it also inspires me and it motivates me for the next day. So I wake up more inspired with more ideas, and I feel like I'm actually giving something positive to my brain and something that it can use to actually go and make my life better, and not just distracting me with television, if that makes sense. I'm very sensitive to what I listen to what I read, to even the people that I have around me. So I'm using that to my advantage, and I'm just cutting out all the negative and all like the distracting voices and not so good people, not so good TV shows and videos and stuff, and just replacing that with things that my mind can actually use and benefit from and make my life really great. I will leave some of the books that I'm reading right now in the description box down below, and you guys can check those out. But reading is so amazing, and you can learn so much. Like, there's just so much good information out there, and it genuinely brings me so much happiness to learn and to get better and to understand more about life and about people. I think like aiming for 30 minutes to possibly an hour, if you do have that time, that would be so good. And again, it's just such a good dose of motivation and inspiration for your day. And it's like you're spending time with a really awesome person who may or may not even be alive, but just to be with the company of that person and reading their words and understanding their wisdom and their knowledge is just the best thing ever. So those are my 5 healthy habits and goals that I have starting today, moving forward into 2019. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful and inspiring. I would love to hear from you guys as well. Let me know if there's something that you're working on for the next year that you could even start today and get a head start. I would love to hear from you guys down below in the comments. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Mwah! Bye guys.